What's up, guys? It's Daniel Allen, Allen Smart Builders. This is gonna be a fun project today.
When the beat goes off, we bang to the...
Uno más. They don't stick as... We got a 2-day project, well, as long as the weather cooperates. And we've already got our drone flying. He actually showed up early this morning and already got a scan of the whole property. We're doing multiple buildings here. You may or may not be able to see, we've got shingles, typically like older shingles from another job or like some leftovers that we're just gonna get thrown away. So I keep those. I don't know if a lot of people do this, but I keep those and then I take them to the next job. And if you can see, we install them over the gutters so that we don't damage your gutters. So as things slide down, we don't have to worry if we're gonna mess up your white gutters and scratch them all up or get tar on them. So everything's just gonna fly down right here to the middle. You'll see me drive this thing in a second, but we wanted to get the materials a little bit closer to the house just so the guys didn't have to work so hard. So I'm gonna move these 3 in a little bit. We're probably gonna move 2 down there and 1 here. We don't wanna make the job more difficult if we don't have to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shingle shoot right here. So I'm trying to give them enough material to where literally all they have to do is they'll take a bundle, which if anybody knows anything about this, these things are about 75 pounds a piece. So they'll take one of these and put it up top, and dude, these things are, they're not super light. So instead of making them work super hard and take them all the way from over here, they should just be able to go here, load it, shoot it straight up the roof. So here's a fun thing. They have the good old Elon Musk Starlink, and we're gonna install it. It's been on the ground this whole time. We've got it away from the house right now so that we don't damage anything, but we're actually gonna install, it's the first time we're gonna get to install it on the ridge. Elon and his people are phenomenal, and they've created a ridge. It doesn't have to penetrate the roof, so the shingles get to stay nice and new. Doesn't hurt the warranty, but we're gonna put these, he's created this weighted system that it pulls it over the ridge. I'll reroute it through that gable vent, so she'll have her internet up and running in this beautiful place. This house, you know, I would say like an average size house would be what we call 45 squares. Squares, a lot of people think square foot, but in squares for us, it's 3 bundles of shingles equals 1 square. A typical house would be somewhere between that kind of 30 to 40 range. This one is, it's a little over 100. I think it's 102 squares. So it's more than a 1-day job, and we're actually gonna go grab another dump trailer. So this is gonna require two full trailers. Oh, look at the drone. Oh yeah, it's already getting pretty. So I have these, right now I just have some like regular Nikes on, but I usually wear roofing boots. We have like boots that stick to the roof. And then I've got some indestructible shoes where we can walk around the job site and the nails can't penetrate my heels or it's got a steel toe and all that stuff. So here's the old whirly-birds. They were damaged before, so you really can't see. Obviously we just threw them on the ground. We've got new ones, but you may be able to see how big the imprints are in there. That's the hail damage that caused the damage to this roof, which is the reason we're replacing it. So these suckers, man, they just get beat to pieces during a hailstorm. We get to replace those. When we do the roof, we take it all the way down. So we don't ever want to do like a layover or something like that. We want to take it all the way down to the bare decking. We want to be able to assess all that. You may be able to see here, there's some chimney flashing, and you can already see where it's kind of brown, might be a little rusted. If that's the case, we're gonna start over. So our buddies at Metal Mart will actually create custom flashing for all of our chimneys. And that's a fun thing because we have to have it done instantly. Got to run and get it, after you custom make it, and then you got to bring it back to the job. So that usually is, chimneys can be a pain in the butt, but it's part of the job. Do you see how there's all these pipes are white? When we finish, what we'll do is we'll paint those so that they match the shingle color. So you don't have these, try to make the roof look more aesthetic. It has nothing to do with functionality, everything to do with just the way it looks. But all the pipes that are sticking out, we want them to match. We want all our exhaust caps to match. It'd be like taking care of your landscaping. We're just taking care of your roof. So one of the biggest things that I have to do is I have to document everything we do on the job. So if I'm not taking pictures of the landscaping tarps, the tear off, the felt that I just pulled up, if I'm not photographing all of that, I can't tell any kind of pictures or stories without my proof. So whenever we send in our final invoices, I like to have roughly 100 photos from just the day of install, which usually means I'm here all day. We're gonna try to cover everything we can. We're not gonna say we're perfect. Getting nails picked up and all the heavy stuff when it comes down. Sometimes it comes down in pieces and sometimes it comes down in loads. Our goal, leave it better than we showed up. We're just trying to make sure it stays clean throughout. With us having to be here for more than one day, our goal is try to keep it as tidy as possible. Obviously we're doing demolition, but we're not trying to be a big slob either.
Shouldn't the tall guy be in here?
You can edit all of that.
Like, why am I doing here? Why am I doing the last? I can literally just do this.
Yeah, I can fix it now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna move some material. Might take me a little bit, but hopefully I'll do a better job and not do donuts this time. Yeah, I don't know if we can tell, but that last piece right there looks like copper. I thought it was rust. If it's copper, it's probably good. But typically we'll want to address all that. If that roof to wall looks like it's in bad shape, we'll go get some new ones. I guess I'm gonna hop up there, show you my gymnastics. So this is kind of fun. These are my roofing boots. These stick to the bottom of my shoes. But what I do is I use these on my feet, and then this is a pitch hopper, so it's essentially the same material, just like the seat cushions you'd find in like your own couch. This is just a glorified version of it that some genius made so that I can get up the roof pretty easily. If I don't have the boots, I try to be extra safe and use both. Being bald, I probably should wear my hat, but seems like a nice overcast. I'm gonna take the risk today. All right, the goal is I just wanna show y'all why we take it down to the bare decking and what we're doing to install so that you can prevent leaks from happening in the future. Here we go. So there's our side of the road seat cushion. And then everybody always says the first step on the roof is the scariest. It's true. And it's also the last step is coming down is the scariest. So I'm gonna use this as my step and I can hop up, and that way like my first step just doesn't have to be, even though I got the boots, it's still just, my wife appreciates this. It's like a deer stand on a roof. Woo! Be real nice if that dump trailer was sitting right there and then everything would just go in there. These boots are supposed to stick to the shingles. They don't stick as I was saying, they don't stick as well to the decking. So these are really made to stick on those shingles. It's okay, it kind of works, but one little slip and you're done. I'm gonna go check on this chimney flashing back here. From the ground, I thought this was rust, but it's actually copper. Some of it's oxidized and some of it's still there because it was under the shingles. It didn't oxidize. There's some old silicone on there, but I'm just gonna get that off and we'll be able to keep all this. It's actually done pretty well. It's like a bad sheet of decking that they changed out a while back and just never, probably gonna go get a new sheet. That's ugly. That's real ugly. We don't like ugly. This is one of those moments where you're like, not very smart. I'd stand like this and I'd get to the edge as much as possible. And then I'd turn around and take photos, and all it takes is just wind blowing and getting off your balance. And mommy and kids don't have no daddy. I'm pretty sure my insurance, wants me to use good tactics. I don't know what you call it. We need to give that a name. The roofer lunge. Pro said, hey Daniel, do you have it in your schedule to get there? We can't get there. I'm answering text messages because I need to know if we're gonna end up needing some decking or some roof to wall. So before I get off the roof, I'm gonna make a few phone calls and text messages and see what else I need. That way I'm not up and down, up and down, up and down. So, hey Mike, this is Daniel Allen Smart, and right now it's got a pipe that doesn't go with the slant of the roof. This is the fun stuff that no one really teaches you or tells you about. It's not on the test. You got to either know or do your own research. Steep pitched gas vent flashing for 4 inches.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, bud. Do it like it was your mama's roof. All right, looks like I'm headed to the store to get a sheet of decking. And here's the next best thing. That type of decking, since they built this house, it's called 15-30 seconds, which means it's a little thicker than a regular sheet. You go to Home Depot, and the lumber store down here doesn't doesn't sell those.
Can I help you?
Yes, sir. I know y'all were out of decking a while back. Or do y'all have 15, 30 seconds in there? Yes, sir.
No, sir. I'm afraid we're still out.
You don't have any radiant barrier of that same type?
Here, let me check if we have.
Okay. I'm waiting on these guys to tell me if we have the right supplies. If not, my only other option is to drive all the way to Conway or probably all the way to Little Rock.
Let's double check because there's only 5 pieces back there.
Great, because I only need one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. All right.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's a game changer. So I'm gonna spend a little extra money getting the one with the radiant barrier on it, but way better than driving my butt 30 minutes that way or 30 minutes that way. Yeah, man. We like to flip out for our roofs. You know what I mean? Uno más? We'll do no hat. You gonna get it on video? Yeah. Muy guapo. Well, hey, we are about halfway through with tear off. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I've actually got a neighbor, this is some family land, and her mom lives up the street, so they're having the same kind of damage and issues on their roof as these guys, so I'm gonna head over there, take care of them. I bet when I get back, I'll have to grab some decking for this one, but yeah, man, we're gonna enjoy the sunlight, get to make the best of it, so we're out.